You know, one of the things that Mississippi is really known for is the talented sculptors that we have, especially in the field of pottery. There's so many of them here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast that well known. Of course, you remember the Mad Potter and all that. But today, we're over in Ocean Springs here at Sunburnt Ceramics and Supply, because a lot of people want to do it, but they don't know where to get the stuff to do it. Well, we're going to show you and maybe have a little fun with some mud here today on Shop South Mississippi. Now, Taria Dale and her husband Aaron are the owners of Sunburnt Ceramics and Supply. How are you?
Hi, great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for having us over here. As I mentioned, you know, there's a lot of great, talented people that do ceramics and pottery and things like that, and maybe they don't know where to get the supplies. They don't play around with it. That's what we're going to talk about today. But you already have some beautiful pieces here. Tell us about those.
Well, so some of the pieces, there's a wide range. There are some pieces that my husband and I have made. There are some pieces from beginners, intermediate, and advanced.
Mm-hmm.
And so the bell on the top shelf is actually from Kevin Turner, which at the time he was the instructor at the junior college there in Goshen.
Oh, nice.
And now he's actually advanced on. He's instructor at a university in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
And we're trying to get some classes, some workshops this summer for him to come down and kind of teach the beginners and the intermediate and the advanced.
What got you and your husband involved in wanting to do something like this?
Well, actually, my husband took a class in the junior college, and Kevin was his instructor, and he just fell in love with it. And once we got married over the last couple of years, he's been teaching me, you know, the process, and it's really therapeutic. So I've really enjoyed kind of, you know, getting into it, playing with the clay, and just seeing all of the different things that you can make with just clay. You really don't have to have any other utensils or anything like that, any fancy equipment.
And everybody that does it, it's like they have their own personality that goes into it as far as the different things that they make.
Oh yeah, it's really fascinating.
Yeah.
And customers have come in showing me their projects that they have made, and it's really fascinating the difference between one potter to somebody that's just kind of learning and kind of getting to know how to do things. But yeah, it's really wonderful.
Now you have all kinds of supplies here, Taria. So let's walk through here. I know people might be looking at you know, getting into this themselves. And you've got everything that you need.
Yes, and we actually have started carrying the 4-ounce glazes, which have been really, really popular. That they're inexpensive. If you haven't tried Georgie's glazes, I would really suggest it. We've gotten into it ourselves, and I like that they're small enough where you don't have to break the bank to try it to see if you like it, if you like the color, if you don't, if you like how it brushes, or you know, whatever. So I really like that option. So we've got the 4-ounce, we've got the pint sizes. If you find a color that you really love, then you can kind of invest in the pint sizes. We actually are the only supply store in the South that carries mud tools, which is on the back wall there. So we have every mud tool that they make. And if you don't know much about mud tools, it was a potter that actually created mud tools because
well, there's different shapes for different things,
yes,
I
and
guess.
They're actually made for the potter's hand because you work so much with your hands and in tight corners that he made something that's going to be a lot more comfortable for us to use.
Wow.
Yep.
There's so much to learn about this, and one of the great things that I love is you can come in here and if you're not sure about different things or how to do something in particular, you will show them.
Yes.
Or if they have any questions, or they're stuck on something. So I just can't get this to do this right.
Right, and if I don't know the answer, I can find out somebody that does.
And you bet. And matter of fact, you've got a lot of charts on the wall with you know, on ceramic throwing and hand building and different things like that people can go through there and look at and give them ideas.
Right. Absolutely.
Now, you teach lessons here?
We do, starting with the hand building lessons, and we do birthday parties and
you got
just
parties in the back.
get-togethers, any kind of celebrations, and
you can just call and schedule something.
yes, just call and schedule it.
Now, I want to do a little bit of this myself, so let's walk back in the back, and we're going to get into a little mud here at Sunburnt Ceramics and Supply over on Highway 90 in Ocean Springs. Now, this is the actual clay that you use, right?
Right. This is high fire clay, so we have both low fire and high fire depending on what you want to make. So we're going to make something with high fire today.
Now, what kind of clay? I mean, you said this was alligator clay?
This is alligator clay. It is a clay that is manufactured in the South, in Baton Rouge. And actually, there is a well-known potter that has created a recipe, and they actually manufacture it there at Alligator Clay. It's the Potts-a-Lot potter, and so we actually sell that here along with several different types of clay as well.
Okay, so once you get the clay, depending on what you're going to make, so you've laid it
Yes.
out flat, you roll it out with a roller.
Yes, you cut it, and if you don't have a slab roller, you roll it with a rolling pin, and this is what you get, a flat surface.
Okay.
So once you have this flat surface, you can either decorate it with texture or anything.
So you got these little rolling things that you can put on there?
We do have the rolling things, and what we've already done is just taking the fishing net that I got at Walmart,
Look at there.
pressed it down, and rolled it with the rolling pin, and it gives this impression. We also have different textured rollers that you can use. This is the Dragonfly, there's fleur-de-lis, there's all sorts of textures that you can use, and you can actually use things that's around your house as well.
Okay, and then from this, you take this like this. She showed me this earlier. And you put it over here.
Yes.
And you drape it like that, and you
Yes.
kind of let it, and then you let it dry.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yes, and you can leave it loose, or you can actually put it really tight across the edges, but you want to make sure that the bottom, that you kind of crease the bottom around the edges so that it's not lopsided once it dries.
And real quick, because we got about a little over a minute left,
Yes.
this is kind of like a finished product. Because
That is.
after you take it out, you kind of trim it around.
Yes.
You can use this, you can use a butter knife,
Yes.
and of course you do
Any
have
kind of tool.
Yeah, and then you do have, we're not going to do it today, we'll have to come back another day and have some
Yep.
fun with the clay on the wheel, and we'll really sling some mud.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've done that before. I've done
Yeah.
that and had a little fun with that. But
It
you
makes
see
a mess.
the different things that they have here that you can end up with. I mean, there's no telling what kind of talent you might discover in your own home or
That's
yourself.
right.
This could be fun. This could
It
be
is
something
fun.
new. Wow. Now, you're located on Highway 90 in Ocean Springs, where if you're going east, you pass the hospital, Ocean Springs Hospital, where the Sunbelt rental place is, right past it on the right-hand side. Tell us the hours that you're open.
We're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 2.
10 to 2,
And
okay.
anytime you want to schedule a party or get together, we'll work around your schedule.
And they have classes and everything, so it's really a lot of fun. So, Taria, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
having us
very
in here today.
much.
This is
Thank
really
you.
cool. Sunburnt Ceramics and Supplies, located on Highway 90 in Ocean Springs.